What's going on, everybody? Welcome to The Obsession. I'm Carl Bethke.
I'm Mike Stanley.
Mike, how you doing today?
Great.
Great. Outstanding.
Wonderful.
All right.
No yelling on the bus.
No yelling on the bus. All right. Well, we're going to be bear hunting over this one. Nice. Yes. We'll be up in trees looking to take black bear. Bears.
The bears.
I'm so cranked up for that. It's going to be a blast. All right. Question of the day. And this is pretty broad. What does it actually take to affect the ratios of the deer herd on your property? And, Mike, which does are the ones you need to take for a better buck hunt or hunt in general? All this is from Ryan. So that's deer ratios on your property and which does to take and which does not to take. What do you think of that one? Buck to doe ratios on properties.
Well, first of all, what does it take to affect ratio on your property? You really can't affect it a lot.
Not really. Not
You know,
only
you really can't.
small properties.
You can help it.
You can.
You really need everybody around you to be on the same page and doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, you can take a few deer and you can help it, but you know, studies have shown that the amount of years and years and years it takes to actually affect the ratio is, you know, almost inconceivable.
Yeah.
Inconceivable.
You dang near need a fenced-in area.
Yeah, it's hard to do.
You guys, there's plenty of studies out there that you can look at. Michigan State University, Missouri, Alabama University, all these white-tailed deer, where people are educated to be white-tailed biologists. They've got great studies on all this stuff, and you guys can look it all up. MSU is another great one. That being said, we're doing kind of an experiment this year on my property to try and show how we could affect our herd. And the reason we did this is last year we tried to take a couple does out. Mike and I took out 3 one night. I do know that the neighbors north of me took 1 off the property. Neighbors to the east of my property, they took 2. Well, how many deer we see that one night? All antlers, 26 between the 2 of us. So we really didn't put a dent in the deer herd at all. That being said, this year on my property, when we were discussing, if you guys watch us, you see at the beginning of the year, we always discuss the plans we're going to do on the properties and what we're changing on the properties. You guys can also check it out, Small Property Layouts, which we show every Wednesdays. That being said, we decided we're going to take out all the summer food on my property except 1 clover pot, which we left. So I did. I sprayed it all off. That's gone. Completely gone. No, because we've seen so many antlers deer on the property. So far, I would say it's working from what I'm seeing. Just putting in corn and stuff the other day, what we're seeing for deer numbers. There's does on the property, but as far as I can tell, not as many. That's a win. Affecting the deer herd, I think that's really the only way you can do it on your own property. At that point, you know, people could complain about deer numbers. I don't know. I think if you have a few does on your property, you're going to have bucks, and there's always leaving room for more bigger, at least in my area, the big bucks to come and lay on the property, stay on the property. Because we noticed when I first bought the property, we had more mature bucks on the property. So that's our plan, pulling food away to try and move the does on so they can raise their young someplace else, and then when we have the fall food, they're going to come.
Yeah, that's the only time we really want them there.
Right, realistically.
In theory.
In theory. Which does to take out? We've discussed this many times. Any doe is a good doe.
Well, mouth to mouth.
Pretty much.
Eating food. Really?
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, if you can take out old dry ones, that's
right.
Awesome. But
yeah. They're pretty old.
Yeah, it's hard to do
Yeah.
because it's not easy to shoot those. But yeah, like we said, if we're gonna take those out, we're just taking them out.
Right.
This is what it is. It's not gonna be, too selective. If you have a smaller property and you don't have a lot, and you do have a couple that don't have fawns, then maybe you want to concentrate on those. Not try to take the ones out that are the breeders.
Yep.
That's one thing you got to look at. If you got a really big property, you have a ton, like on Carl's, we had 20 plus deer for sure that were does. Who cares?
Right.
We have so many anyway.
Right.
If you have a smaller property and you think you've only got, say 4 or 5 adults, and say 4 of those have fawns, and take the other one out if you can, or have somebody take it out. That's
Right.
fine with you.
Yeah. I'm a firm believer in, if for some reason it comes down to age groups, take the oldest does that I know and a fawn, doe fawns, because you want to maintain that different age group, basically. You want younger does, let's just say that 2 to 3 year old doe, and then you want what I consider an older doe, which is 4 and above. We got one on Mike's that's probably 22.
She's at least that old.
Old blower.
blower.
She's as smart as a buck.
Hate that bitch.
Oh, she got to die.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're going to do it. Somebody should.
She's just gonna have to die of old age. I think.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, been chasing her for years.
Yeah.
But and that's pretty much, I think, the only way you can do it. If you can talk to your neighbors and get them to be part of the team, and everybody decides to take out a certain amount of does and communicate about that, I think that works great. A lot of people aren't open to that idea.
Yeah, it's hard to get everybody on the same page, even though everybody wants the same results.
Right. Yeah.
Really.
So
it's
true.
you can only do what you can do, and there is no way to make it ideal.
Yeah.
So Carl said you're gonna fence it.
Yeah. And in public land, you have no choice. Honestly, if you choose to take an animal, then you choose to take the
Just
animal.
take an animal.
That's up to you. It's your hunt. The DNR tries to monitor deer. It's hard to do in a state like ours. You're not going to make everybody happy, but realize that public land, there are quite a few deer in southern Wisconsin for sure. Northern Wisconsin, things are a little different right now. Not referring to you guys, know that the wolf issue and the bears taking out the fawns in the spring is something you guys are dealing with up there currently. Hopefully we'll get the wolf on. That's all we can say about that. I think that pretty much covered that question. It wasn't, we don't get too involved in it. If we're taking out does, we take out does.
Take them out. Yeah.
Yep.
Don't second guess yourself.
Never do that. So, we appreciate the question, Ryan. If you want to subscribe to the channel, hit the Reaper in the lower right-hand corner. If you want to just listen to the podcast, check us out here at Spotify,
Google,
Apple,
iHeart,
RSS.com.
Amazon.
Oh,
Yeah.
pretty face right here, YouTube. We appreciate each and every one of you.
Yeah, buddy.